Hello everybody and welcome to my NXT review on this Hallows Eve on the 30th. What is going to happen on this show tonight as we are pretty much on the eve of Halloween? We pretty much kick it off right off the show with a musical performance from Poppy. Now, I don't know a lot about Poppy or anything, but I believe Poppy has made... I believe she's made some of the takeover music before, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure which takeovers it was, but she had kicked off the show with I'm trying to remember what the song was. I Disagree. I guess it was off of her album, and she pretty much was there to perform it. She performed that, but also it was a pretty cool performance. I will say that too. I don't know a lot about Poppy. I just know she has made music for NXT before, and I know as far as the takeover ones, but she did pretty much perform another song right after, which I thought this was cool, and she pretty much performed with Io Shirai, who was coming out. I believe what was the song called? By the way, when she came out, Scary Mask, which of course had the strobe light thing going on with Io Shirai. I thought it looked cool, okay? I will say that. Her coming out, Poppy and Io Shirai, I thought it was a pretty cool entrance, and it was pretty over, I will say that. So that was very enjoyable. It was a very enjoyable performance because, like I said, I don't know a lot about Poppy, but I know the whole thing with Io Shirai was pretty cool because Io Shirai is about to be in a match with Candice LeRae, and what a match. A very, very good women's match. Once again, the women kicking off NXT again this week. And this was great. I liked this match a lot. And the crowd was super over with it. I will say every time Io Shirai does a moonsault, it looks deadly. Candice LeRae picking up her, pretty much putting her knees up, dodging the moonsault. Pretty much during the match, Io Shirai got a chair. The referee had stopped her. Notice that the chair was still in the ring and that the chair was never really thrown from outside of the ring. You know, when the referee took it away from Io Shirai, pretty much as the chair was on the ground, Candice LeRae was able to hit a twisting pay dirt. Candice LeRae pretty much went for her springboard lion salt or moonsault, whatever you want to call it, but it was a springboard. But Io Shirai dodged it. Pretty much Candice LeRae hit the chair, and didn't hit the chair that much. And Io Shirai took the opportunity and pretty much got the pinfall right there after Candice LeRae pretty much hit herself onto the chair. Then Io Shirai picked up the win. But pretty much then after that, excuse me, throat hurts tonight. But yes, pretty much after she picked up the win from there, Io Shirai picked up the chair again and was pretty much still beating up Candice LeRae. But before she could swing the chair, Rhea Ripley comes out, kicks the chair out of Io Shirai's hand. It looks freaking sick. And pretty much Io Shirai got out of dodge then as Ripley pretty much stopped her from there. But very, very good women's match to kick off NXT. Like I said, I try to do my best to stay away from Twitter, on the internet in general, especially during AEW and NXT, so I don't know which one, depending on what happens on the other, but I will agree on some people. This may have probably been a way better women's match than what AEW is putting on. But, yeah, Shirai and LeRae put on a very good match out there. Finn Balor came out to finally give his explanation as they played a video package, and I guess they had clips from, TMZ Sports, pretty much talking about that the Prince is back and everything. Balor came up, when he came out though, he did his entrance. One thing that was different about it, of course, when Finn Balor does his arm thing and, picks it up during the match and everybody else, during his entrance and everybody else does it, he did it one time, but everything pretty much kind of went black. He had a spotlight and he put the gun sign up like this, pretty much like the Bullet Club thing. Just, the shooter is Prince Devitt and stuff. But, pretty much as Balor came out, fans were still kind of on the side. In a way, they cheered him and booed him at the same time. I don't think people really wanted to really hate Finn Balor, or he is a heel, but they didn't really boo at him when you think about it, and fans started chanting "Thank you, Finn." Then Balor pretty much talked about how 2 months ago he had to take the pinfall to what the hottest thing in the business because he had a mask on, pretty much Finn, pretty much talking about Bray Wyatt. But now, pretty much Finn Balor says, I took my mask off, and now I'm the hottest thing in the business. Pretty much Finn, he talked about how, all these opinions been going around, and people been talking all this stuff on the internet and Twitter and the locker room and stuff. But, that the locker room is now coming off like fans and everything, okay? That, pretty much the fans are in the locker room where the fans should be out here with the people. Pretty much says, I don't watch the business watches me, okay? And I thought this was a great promo by Balor. It wasn't much, but it was a little bit. It was kind of more short, sweet, and to the point. And I didn't want to give too much away, but I did like what he was saying out there, and he seemed more motivated when Balor was talking. No. Because then he says, I'm going to turn the attention to Johnny Gargano. He wants to call himself the heart and soul of NXT. Good thing you just got out of hospital and everything. Because you may be Johnny Wrestling, but it's going to be Johnny Watches Wrestling when I'm done with you. Okay? And Balor pretty much ended the promo from there. And, he does, pretty much did raise his arm thing, but he put the gun sign up then. But I did like his promo, and it was great. Like, hey, I was taking a pinfall to one of the hottest things in the business, but now I took my mask off, and now I am one of the hottest things in the business. People have been talking about me. You talk about the Twitter tough guys and stuff, and he's one that shows what pretty much what he's all about in NXT since he's there now. But yes, pretty much a very good promo by Balor. We'll see what's going to come from this. I can see mostly a Gargano versus Finn Balor match at probably the next TakeOver, maybe at War Games possibly. But like I said, I did like Balor's promo. But I will say fans are some booing, but it's kind of like they're kind of in and out, all right? In a way, I'm like what other people been saying tonight. The real rock and roller is back. Prince Devitt was out there talking, and it was a really good promo. I will say that though. Like I said before, it was short, sweet, and to the point. I don't want to give everything out, but this was good. Some people comparing it to New Japan Balor right now when he was Prince Devitt. So I'm not saying he's gonna form another Bullet Club, but this was good. So very good promo by Balor. Next, Bronson Reed versus Shane Thorne. Good match from both of these guys. Usually, we've seen, it's kind of weird because wasn't Bronson Reed pretty much kind of jobbing to Matt Riddle like the week or two before when Riddle was doing a showcase match? And then we already seen, Shane Taylor and Reed lose before, but I guess they're trying to get one of these guys over here, which was pretty good though. Bronson Reed pretty much getting the win with the big splash on him. I did kind of like how Thorne was about to go for like a hurricane right up top, but Reed pushed him off of the ropes and like I say, hit the splash on him for the win. So it was pretty good. I enjoyed the match for what it was. We'll see if anything goes somewhere with Bronson Reed, but a good match and a good match in general. I will say that. Next, they played a promo video pretty much for Asuka and Kairi, the Kabuki Warriors. Pretty much showing many highlights of what they've been doing since they've been a team. It was a good video package, I will say that. As they were getting ready for their tag match against Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai. Pretty much, yes, Nox and Kai were out first. Asuka and Kairi came out then. Like I said, Kairi's not even a pirate no more. It's more of a heel. Kairi, especially with the umbrella coming out. Like I said, they both pretty much heels. Fans chanted "Welcome back" when they came out then, or what the fans chant? Some people chanted Kabuki out there. I'm surprised you even heard of Kabuki Warriors chants in general, but you heard it from there. But this was a very good tag match, I will say that. Well, I wish it didn't go through 3 commercial breaks, but this was just a very good tag match in general. I don't really ever believed Asuka or Kairi Sane were really gonna lose the tag belts in general. They kind of dominated a lot of the match, if you asked me, but I never really thought they were gonna lose the belts in general to Dakota Kai or Tegan Knox. Okay, I just never really saw it coming. I really didn't. It was good that they defended on NXT, and it was actually just good to see Asuka and Kairi back on NXT in general. But this was a very good match in general. Pretty much ended up with Asuka and Kairi getting the win. Asuka hit the green mist on Dakota Kai, hit her with the big kick, and then Kairi Sane tagged in, hit the insane elbow, still retaining the the women's tag team championship. So it was good to see that. But as pretty much Asuka and Kairi leapt in, and Dakota Kai was still on the ground. Tegan Knox tried to help her clean off the miss. Shayna Baszler and pretty much her crew, Jessamine Duke and Marie Shafir, came out. They pretty much attacked Tegan Knox as they tried to jump her and pretty much beat her up. They were going to stomp on Knox's arm. But next thing you know, Rhea Ripley comes out. Out of nowhere, Io Shirai pretty much comes in, having a brawl with Ripley. Bianca Belair attacked from behind, taking Ripley down. They started to jump Ripley. Candice LeRae came for the save, then going after Io Shirai. Then after that, Ripley pretty much starts taking down everybody in. Takes down Belair, takes down both Duke and Shafir, and then kicking the crap out of them, pretty much looking like a beast. And then next thing you know, she pretty much got to stare down with Baszler like she was about to come for her. But Ripley pretty much ended up getting in the ring. Her and Baszler started going at it. Pretty much all the women got in the ring. They all started to brawl with each other. And then it was just chaos everywhere. William Regal pretty much showed up from the podium then. And he says, "That's enough. Break it up. Break it up." Fans chanted, "War games, war games." And he says there's only one simple solution to this: war games. So I guess there will be the first ever women's war games match. And I'm looking at the numbers right now. It's kind of uneven because what it looks like it's going to be this. It's going to be Rhea Ripley, which they, by the way, they announced the team captain tonight. Candice LeRae, Tegan Knox, and Dakota Kai versus Shayna Baszler, which in a way I didn't expect to be in this match, but I thought she'd be facing someone since she has the title. But I guess it's gonna be her. It's either, I guess, Duke and Shafir and Belair, and then Io. Now I know Belair, Io Shirai are gonna be, and then Baszler herself. I don't know if which one of them, Duke or Shafir, is gonna be, because there's 5 people there, so one of them gotta go. I don't really think Marie Shafir or Jessamine Duke are still ready to be in the ring yet. They're really not. Come on, even after the week before, you didn't really think they were going to be in this title match to begin with too. So that's why most everybody was going with Knox or Kai to begin with last week. But I don't know how well they're going to work in a War Games match. Like I said, you've really seen them wrestle, and they're not ready yet. They're just not good right now. So I don't know who's really all going to be on the teams. Well, it already tells you who's going to be on the teams, but Baszler's going to get rid of someone on that team to do that. But a very great brawl, and War Games, I guess, being the case for this match, is going to be good. Tyler Bate went against Cameron Grimes, Trevor Lee, whatever you want to call this guy. Another good match. Bate and Lee, very, very good. I will say that. Very enjoyable. Fans were with this. One thing I do like about Trevor Lee is when he pretty much does like a moonsault, pretty much a backflip into a German suplex that looks really cool most of the time. I even like when Bate pretty much reversed the electric chair, hit him with a great looking Franken driver for the 2 count. He was gonna go for that punch he does, but Lee hit him with a forearm then after that, and pretty much Bate came back with a punch. He went off the ropes doing that thing he does with his arms, goes into like that Spanish fly or the collision course thing that Trevor Lee does, taking him down. That looks crazy. Once again, Grimes tried to deadlift the German suplex on him, but did not work. Bate took him down, got him out the ring, hit a suicide dive that looked great. Killian Dane was then looking at ringside, so I guess he's still coming after Pete Dunne. He got distracted. Tyler Bate got back in. He got hit with the cave in or the double stomp. And then after that, Killian Dane pretty much came in, beat up Tyler Bate, threw him to the ringside, hit a senton and a cannonball on him. Pretty much says, "Tell your friend Pete Dunne that we got unfinished business." So you knew that was probably gonna come sooner or later. I felt like, so I guess still gonna be Pete Dunne and Killian Dane. I don't know where they got Killian Dane doing at the time, but maybe it'll be a matchup in Tyler Bate next week. Some people say it's just like the second, third time you kind of seen him in involved in Cameron Grimes matches or whatnot. But is it really going a team or anything? I don't know. But we'll see from that. They played a little documentary video of Garza Jr. Angel Garza, which I kind of know about this already. I've seen the video package because I think they did an Impact at one point about him. The breakaway pants, but he talked about his family, his fellow wrestlers. His uncle was Hector Garza. I believe his cousin is Humberto Carlo, if I'm not mistaken. Someone pointed that out. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard. Main event time, no. Undisputed Era, Red Dragon there, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish versus Matt Riddle and Keith Lee. Very good tag match to main event this show. Very good. Once again, man, Riddle hitting that jackhammer in Goldberg or Riddle, or I don't know if it's going to be a Goldberg match, but we'll see. But this was a good tag match, though. I will say that. I kind of expected what was going to happen in the end, though. Keith Lee's a freaking beast out there. Let me tell you that. It's insane. But of course, the Undisputed Era ended up coming out there after Riddle pretty much in the German suplex on Fish and a PK. Of course, Adam Cole and Strong come out. Riddle took them down. He had a great spring roll Isai moonsault then on top of the Undisputed Era, and then pretty much hit Riddle with the he hit Fish with the final flash, but pretty much Roderick Strong came back with the distraction again. They ended up hitting the total elimination on Matt Riddle, then pretty much getting the win as Keith Lee was distracted by Madam Cole and Roderick Strong. One thing I will say positive, Keith Lee didn't have to take the pinfall this time, so I am glad about that because I'm sick of Keith Lee taking on these bullshit pinfalls all the time. But I figured Undisputed Era was going to win and pin Riddle. Pretty much the League tried to help Riddle up, but Undisputed Era started jumping Matt Riddle and Keith Lee. Tommaso Ciampa came out with his crutch, taking down all of Undisputed Era. And then he had a stare down on Cole, but he took down Kyle O'Reilly then with his stick and then a high knee on him then. Riddle hit the final flash, and Lee pretty much military pressed him and threw him into all the Undisputed Era outside. Ciampa got on the microphone, looked at the NXT Championship and says, "Goldie, you're going to have to wait. Daddy's going to war." And of course, you all know where this is going to go into, and I'm sure it's going to be War Games match. Who is the fourth person? It'll probably be Velveteen Dream for all I know. I'm not going to say it's Gargano because he's got his own thing with Balor. And I'm sure a lot of people thought the teams were going to be different, but it could be, Tommaso Ciampa, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and Velveteen Dream versus the Undisputed Era in War Games match at NXT, War Games Chicago or whatnot. So, 9 times out of 10, all the gold could be on the line in case for that too. But still a very good main event and tag match. Overall, another good episode of NXT. But I say it was as hot as last week's Angle in the ending. In some ways, yes. It was still a good show, but not as hot as last week. But of course, we got the Balor explanation, a good main event. I enjoyed Io Shirai's entrance, including a match with Candice LeRae. Of course, the brawl with all the women, which is going to lead now into a women's NXT War Games match. Kabuki Warriors go against Nox and Kai. It was a pretty good match, but I just never really believed Asuka and Kai were ever going to lose the title. So, Kabuki Warriors retaining. And it was just fun to see Asuka finally back in NXT, and she looked like a killer again. And fans chanting, "Asuka's gonna kill you." So that was another positive note on that part too. So another good episode of NXT, I will say that. But before I end this Hallows Eve review of NXT, I will be back tomorrow. You know what? I thought about this. I am gonna do a Blood Money 3 review. Okay, why? Because I had fun in the last Blood Money. If you know the song I did, Blood Money, you know, the One Blood thing, I had fun shitting on that show. And listen, I know the show's gonna be bad tomorrow, and somebody says, why waste your time on this? You know what? I'm gonna have some fun tomorrow, and we gonna shit on that shit, because 9 times out of 10, that show is gonna be bad, and I want to get that show done early, and hopefully I can, because Halloween is tomorrow. You want to see something scary from this? This show's gonna be scary. Halloween's supposed to be terrifying, right? Halloween's supposed to be scary, right? But I tell you right now, this show may be scary to watch, but I'm going all in, and we're gonna have a spooktacular time, no pun intended. But you want to see something spooky? Oh, Saudi Arabia. That is gonna be some spooky shit tomorrow. So I will be back with a Blood Money 3 review. Alright, I've called it Blood Money 3, the remix, if you want to go with that. But I will have a review of Blood Money tomorrow in the afternoon. I want to get it done for nighttime, because probably gonna have to hand out candy anyway. And I like Halloween costume, whatnot. Halloween, that's one of my favorite holidays. So I like Halloween. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Like I said, check out both my NXT and AEW review and Impact and Monday Night Raw review that I posted up right now. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.